What's up, everybody? This is Fantasy Dreams, first podcast ever. This is a huge thing for us. I'm really excited. I am your host, Taylor Perry, Permani Brothers, the commissioner of this league. I am here with the other host, Tommy Waples. We will be here with you every week. Tommy Waples, Vinegar Strokes. We'll be with you every single week, and we'll have a new guest every week. And this is an exciting time for us. Robert Llewellyn is the producer.
Wow.
STFU Donnie is his league name, and
It's not contagious. Don't worry.
it never is. This is an exciting time for all of us. We're going to go over a full review of every single division, and this one first is Division 1. What's up, Division 1? This is an exciting time. I can't wait to have some of you Division 1 guys in on this podcast. We're going to put this on YouTube. We're also going to try to put it on Apple. We're also going to try to put, what else, Tommy, are we going to put it on?
We got Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, you name it. We're going to try to get it everywhere that you want to be, and then we're going to make it happen as long as you do. So listen up and let's have fun.
This is a great, great thing for all of us, for this league. And it's going public. So our league's going to go public. We're already the biggest league in Arizona, but why not go national? Why not go national with this shit? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing at this point? We might as well go national. The first thing I want to mention is one of our sponsors, and that is Blue Cord Arms, Joshua Castaneda. I said Renteria because I work with a Renteria, but it's Castaneda. He's the owner of Blue Cord Arms, and make sure you log into. Let me look it up here real quick so I make sure I get it right. Blue Cord Banditos group on Band. That app for groups and communities. So Blue Cord Banditos, and you get it on that app Band. Blue Cord Banditos Band. And hey, just go sign up. That's $10 for our league. And anybody else that's ever going to see this publicly, when it comes to an auction, when it comes to a raffle, this guy does it right, and I really appreciate you, Josh. And let's get this Division 1 thing going.
Ew.
The first thing I want to talk about is the history of Fantasy Dreams and how it has come to where we're at, right, Tommy? Because we've talked about this for a long time. Because you're one of the originals. Robert
build it.
Robert Llewellyn's one of the originals. You guys were part of the Get Off Me League when I used to talk about it, but I've actually been thinking about this for over 20 years now. And what's important about this is we're talking about Division 1, and this is the Division 1 podcast. And I feel like there's only like 7 left now from the original Division 1. And this is how important it is and what we built. But it all started with about 20 years ago, I wanted a really competitive fantasy league, and I couldn't find it. And what I decided is I'm going to build a fantasy league one of these days, and it's going to be 3 divisions of 10-team leagues, promotion relegation, because I was a soccer guy. I was a football guy, and a European football guy. So like I was going to do a promotion relegation type situation, and that was always my dream. And then when I realized that if I wanted to be competitive, I needed to be at least a 12-team league. And then I realized if I wanted to be really competitive and to grab my nuts like a man, then we're going to have to make it a 14-team league. And that's what we've done. And I think we've created something that's very natural and very competitive and very hard to win and very hard to even do well. And very hard to not even get relegated.
Tell me about it.
Right? And Tommy is part of the original, and so is Robert Llewellyn, who's our producer. They both understand, and this is why I'm saying it. Like, it's so hard. It's going to happen to everybody. Every single person, every single person will get relegated. You might think you're so good and you're so great that you're not going to get relegated. You will be relegated. I'm going to be relegated. It's just the way fantasy football is because of the amount of luck.
Yeah, there's a lot of luck, but you know what? There's a lot of promiscuity too.
Yeah, there is.
So we got them fat bucks, baby.
We got them fat bucks. That's what we do. And what I've tried to create is a situation where we try to take the luck out of fantasy, right? Because there's so much luck in fantasy, right? Well, I made it a simulation league. So to make it a simulation league, there's luck in the NFL, right? Well, there's going to be luck in fantasy. Well, I try to keep it as close as possible to where that luck coincides with each other. And that's what all the rules, all the settings, everything that is made up, that's what everything is about. It's all about making it a simulation league and as close to the NFL as possible. What I've built is to make it very competitive, and it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to everyone that's involved because they know now. Once you get involved with Fantasy Dreams, you know what it's about. It's about winning. That's what it's about. Period.
Absolutely.
And I got Tommy Waples here, Vinegar Strokes. I got STUF Donnie. I got Robert Llewellyn. He's the producer. The thing is, these guys have been relegated. Tommy's in D3 right now.
You got to search. If you get injured, you can't quit. You got to find a way to make it happen, and that's why there's the respect and the love for this league, because we don't quit. You try to go till the end with everything you got, no matter what happens. You try to find a way so you know that everybody that's facing you, they're getting the best that you got, and that's the point.
Yes. And not only that, relegation playoff alone, the stress, that's what I want. I want stress. I want your heart beating. I want every matchup to be like, fuck, I need to win this shit. Because if I don't, I'm going to be in the relegation playoff. Or I need to win this shit. If I don't, I'm going to be in the playoffs. Or I need to win this shit or I'm getting relegated next game, period.
Yeah, and you might take 3 years to get back to D1 like me, but I'm going to get there.
And this is what I love about it. D3 is for a reset. It's for new people that join. It's for people to get relegated. You get demoted. You're in D3. Well, it's time to go ahead and take a reset, reevaluate what you're doing, and go from there. Look in the mirror. Grab your soul.
Do you belong here? Do you know what you did to get here? Then now change everything and find a different way.
And then D2, the super highway, where you get a bunch of good players fighting not to get relegated,
That's like
fighting to get pro. Oh my god.
That's like navigating through an asteroid field.
Fucking chaos. Just the draft alone is such chaos. I just love it so much. D2 is always my favorite division. And then D1. That is the showcase. That is where you have to prove that you're the best. We're going into our 5th year, and we've only had 3 champions. We're going into our 5th year, and there's only 7 of the original 14 in D1. There's only 7. So this is where we're at. I'm trying to build it. I'm trying to make it better. I'm trying to make it more competitive. This podcast is going to help that. And here we go. Let's go with the review. Let's start it. Week 1. Oh man, Division 1, Week 1. So let's start out by just saying it was a very low-scoring week. And every week, we have a bonus, right? So Week 1 bonus is all scoring. That includes your 9 starters and your 4 bench together combined. And the winner of this bonus this week is Team Easy Money. Woo! My boy Enrique Alvarez comes in with a $50 bonus. Hey, let's go, Enrique. Let's go. It's crazy as you lost that game because you decided to put Dallas Cowboys on your defense. But hey, dude, what are you supposed to do? Not start the Bills defense? You know what I mean? I don't know. All I know is that was unlucky, and Stairway got you there. Not a big deal, but congratulations on the $50, brother. Congratulations, and hopefully you can get some more later on in the league because right now, just looking at your team, actually, you look pretty good, dude. You're fine. You're fine. You'll be just fine. All right, let's start with the review, Tommy. Let's start it. Hey, dude, Tommy, let's start it right here. And it has to start with the commissioner, me, Permani Brothers versus Dak Me Off. That's Brett. Good dude, Brett is. And the commissioner, what do you think?
Well, as always, you're an astute individual, and we're always trying to figure out what it is that you do. But, not too bad. Definitely would like to eat a Permani Brothers sandwich one day.
For sure.
You got the hookup on that. I want to
Yeah,
know.
the Permane brothers. If anybody's ever not had it, yeah, you can go to anywhere in Pittsburgh. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of franchises, but they're really good. If you like potatoes, they're really anything in Pittsburgh. If you like potatoes, you'll probably be all right. I mean, from pierogies to sandwiches, everything has potatoes in it, so you'd be good to go. The one thing that I will say about this game that's interesting to me, and I don't know about you, Tommy, but Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
that was the one I was watching. Because
That's a
Sean Payton is the coach, right? So Russell Wilson got 24.18. And in this league, you're like, okay, that's pretty good. Like, I could do that with the quarterback, 24.18. But when I was watching the game against the Raiders, what I noticed is it reminded me of Drew Brees, like older Drew Brees type plays. It was not downfield. Everything was short.
Yep.
And I thought that was a little bit weird. I thought,
Well, no trust, I think, but to build confidence.
great
So
word.
With Peyton, what you're going to do is you want to build up trust, which in this, Russ got it. And if he can continue and then get Judy back, like this might be his bounce back year.
Yes. So looking at Dak's team, I mean, he had Derrick Henry who had 11. That's not bad. He had 2 receptions for 56 yards. Interesting that he took 2 catches there. This is a non-PPR league. So that 56 yards is earned because in this league, we earn it. We don't let you have free points for PPR. And I think that the rushing 15 for 63 isn't horrible. Obviously, Derrick Henry can do better. Rachaad White, this is where I think it started to go downhill for Dak Metcalf, considering I had 3 running backs. He only had 2, and he went with 3 receivers as his flex. If you're going with 3 receivers as your flex, if you're going 0 running back like that, I think you're going to have to be really strong at the receivers. And what I think is Rachaad White didn't pull his weight, and he got 17 carries. To me, that's a lot of carries for 39 yards.
Yeah, I think they were trying to give him that shot. And
Yeah.
then Baker surprised everybody.
Yeah. I think, well, and I also think that, like,
But
for him to only get 39 yards, and who's the guy behind him? Tucker? Like, Tucker looked, like, if you, to the eye, looked better, but there was no running room with Minnesota.
New Orleans defense was, was it?
It was Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah, Minnesota Vikings defense. I think, like, their new defensive coordinator, an ex-Steeler coach, of course, had their shit together when it came to stopping the run as usual. But, like, I think it was a big downward turn. And if you just look at his receivers all the way down, there was nothing great except Russ. He still ended up getting 89. I got 99. Great game. I feel like the 3 running backs maybe came out a little bit better than his flex, and that's what it came down to. But really, if we're being honest, it was Tua.
Yeah.
It was Tua. Tua was incredible.
Tua much.
I mean, it was Tua much. It was, let's be honest. Tua has a great, I think his record's like 22-13 or something crazy, 22-14. It's something crazy where he has a great record in the NFL. He wins when he's healthy, if he doesn't get hurt or smashed. But he had 1 interception and 1 fumble loss, so really it should have been 43 points. 43.44, but instead he got 38.44. The highest scoring besides, unless you're the Dallas defense, of course, which was on Enrique's bench. Great bench, brother. Hey, great fucking bonus win, though, like it mattered. Anyways, big win for Permane Brothers. He's a champion last year. It's a big deal. If you look at their benches, I think Permane Brothers had the better bench, but he didn't score as much, so great win for me. All right, here we go. Next, No Mercy, 2.5 men. Blowout. So we only had 2 blowouts in Division 1. It's been very balanced. But this was a fucking blowout. And one of the main reasons it was a blowout is Josh Allen throwing 3 picks. That's -9 in my league. And he lost a fumble. That's -2. That's -11. What do you think of that?
Well, I think his post-game interview said it all when he's still admitting that he's in the same place he was. So
yeah,
if you can't turn the ball over, especially against that good of a defense.
Josh Allen's accountability has always been good. He seems like a good dude, and he's dating like somebody hot too.
First game.
Who's he dating? Is he dating that chick?
She looks better than I do. So.
Facts. She was in one of those singing movies where they're singing a cappella. What is that?
Cats.
Fuck. No, you didn't say Cats. So here's the deal with No Mercy, No Mercy. Great year last year in D1. Got promoted 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, one of those. And oh yeah, Josh Allen is dating Haley Steinfeld. Yeah, she's not
That's why he
ugly.
had a bad game.
Well, yes and no. It could be that Jets defense too. We don't know, but yes, Haley Steinfeld. I mean, that's not her.
He hasn't got any sleep.
The producer just showed us a picture. That is not her. That was a stripper from 1999. I'm almost positive of that.
Josh Allen wasn't even born yet.
Okay, so here we go. Fantasy Dreams, the second game. No Mercy, No Mercy. Had a great year last year. Came in and blew out his first game this year against 2.5 Men, who's his first year in D1 ever. He's been all the way down to D3, D2, worked his way up, and got a rude awakening.
That's a rough, introduction.
It is. I will say he does have, 2.5 Men does have Jeffrey Wilson on his bench, which he is an IR, which my only question to 2.5 Men is, so you're so good that it's okay for you not to put him on IR? Because we have an IR spot that you can just play with 12. I think it's important to make sure to put him on IR to make sure that you're not looking like you're better than anybody, because you want 13 players on your roster at all times. What it was for him is balance and the Jets defense, who got 22 because of Josh Allen. So it worked against Sue. Josh Allen versus the Jets D. That's what happened there. It was a over 30-point victory, obviously. Anything else you want?
Well, and that doesn't happen too often. There's usually not that big of a balance in difference with a quarterback and defense like that.
Yeah.
But what a great game, though.
Yeah. I mean, Najee Harris, Khalil Herbert, Rasheem Mostert, they didn't do great for him, but I like his running backs. Justin Fields, scary. You going to war with Justin Fields? You going to war with Justin Fields, No Mercy? I mean, it's scary. But Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, does it get any better? Than Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson? I mean, who has something like that?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't think you would you?
No.
Yeah. Vinegar Strokes, we'll get to D3 later, but man, Vinegar Strokes has himself some wide receivers. All right. Congratulations, No Mercy, on a first win. The next one is Stairway to 7 and Team Easy Money. So these are the other two besides 2.5 Men that got promoted up, and they had to play against each other, which is just the way it's random. By the way, I know everyone thinks that these schedules are random. There's nothing I can do. I press on schedule.
It's a script.
Yeah. So 103-62 to 91-32. The most glaring point here, I think, that everyone knows is Team Easy Money didn't play the Dallas defense.
Man.
He decided to play the Bills defense, which isn't a bad play.
No.
But that you have two defenses makes me feel weird. Like you're in D1. And what's crazy is the team he lost to has two defenses. Like what
happened?
What?
I've never had two defenses.
What? Even though every single defense they had played well.
True.
Like even 8 points is good. You know what I mean when you look at it. The big one, obviously, to me is Tyreek Hill here. I mean, he was unbelievable.
He's the cheetah. he might very well get those 2,000 yards this year.
He could get 2,000
He's
yards.
on pace for 3.
Whatever that was against the Chargers, I don't know what it was, but I'll say this: 11 for 215 and 2 touchdowns, 2 tutties. Mahalo.
Let's go. That's rainbows all day going to Tyreek Hill.
The one thing about Fantasy Dreams is every now and then you'll have someone just pop off like this and just absolutely ruin your day. You know, Team Easy Money was just like, how does this happen? I don't start the Dallas D and then Tyreek Hill shits on my face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does that? You just get slapped and there's nothing you can do about it.
You won.
But congratulations, Team Easy Money, on the bonus. How are we looking for time? Are we going okay? Okay, good, because we're already to the 4th game. Is there anything else you have on this 3rd game? This is an important game. Congratulations, Stairway, to a big victory.
Yeah, it's first week. I mean, you don't want to read too much into anything. However,
I agree.
you know, there's also some things that are established, but don't read too much into it.
I agree 100%
Don't
with
start
that.
dropping and trying to trade everybody yet.
I agree. And I think what everyone has to remember when it comes to running backs, wide receivers, is if you have studs, stick with your studs, man. Like, what are you going to do? Like, you don't get too upset. Like, everyone's mad at these people. Although I will say, Aaron Rodgers, I think we should talk about it since he was on his bench. He didn't start him, which was a smart non-start. It was impressive. The thing is, his other guy to go to was Dak Prescott. And Stairway, are you going to war with Dak Prescott? Like, that's another one. Like, is that the guy that's going to get you a champ chain? Is that the guy that's going to get you a fucking ring? Is that the guy that's going to get you a maker's mark with your name on it? Is that the guy that's going to get you a G? I don't know. I don't know if he
Not
is.
with McCarthy calling the plays.
Not with McCarthy. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Like, to be fair to Dak.
To be fair, that's coming from a Bears fan, but yes, let's hear it.
Thank you.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, that was ancient history, by the way. Those days
Dude,
are gone.
there's no
with
such thing.
McCarthy. But
There's personal
he's
vendettas
calling,
back
but,
then.
you know, he's calling the plays. They won. Still early. So it's another, you know, let's
It's
see
a dub.
what happens. And we'll just see if he trusts Dak going forward.
Right, and he does have Kelsey on the bench. You know,
That was a
Stairway to
smart move.
7 looks like he has a decent team. He's short on running backs, but decent team. Tyreek Hill, Ayuk had a huge game against the Steelers. My team beat them up, stuck it in them. I think that Travis Kelsey, to me, the most interesting thing about this injury is his fucking mustache. Because he's dating Taylor Swift. And if anybody saw that podcast with Travis and Jason Kelsey, Jason asked him, like, does Taylor Swift love that mustache? And did you see Travis's smile? It was like a fucking teenager's
think he's
smile.
watched
It was a
it.
teenager.
He
We
hasn't
can't
watched-
talk about Taylor
But he
Swift.
didn't wash his face yet.
Well, first of all,
Essentially.
and then like under his breath, because he's Travis Kelsey, has to protect his nuts. And he's like, she'll love the mustache under his breath. You know what I mean? And so then my first thought was,
Someone's riding.
someone's
30.
about to make a song about a fucking mustache and make $100 million. And her name is Taylor Swift because she's the only one in the world who can make $100 million off a fucking mustache.
Yeah.
Am I fucking wrong?
Not at all.
And what is the song gonna be called?
In your dreams, basically.
Free mustache rides? I mean, what are we dealing with? Free mustache rides? That is Jacques Spronken. Copyright 2017. So,
Sweep me up.
exactly. I mean, dude, Taylor Swift is about to make a song about a mustache, and I just think that needs to be said out there. Travis Kelsey still hurt. Looks like he's going to be okay this week. We'll see what happens. As for easy money, his team looks all right, actually. He has George Kittle, Diggs. I mean, he's
Who's
three
George
good wide
Kittle
receivers.
dating?
He has
Is he married?
decent team, actually. He did really well. You get rid of just one defense is all you got. One defense is all you need. I drank too much beers. I'm burping on the hazy. We also had some KBS
Ooh.
from Founders. We had this new hazy, Harlan Brewing from San Diego. I don't mind it. Pretty good. KBS was always as good as it always is. It had a good little coffee chocolate flavor.
Yeah.
All right.
Soon to be sponsored.
Soon to be sponsored for Fantasy Dreams. The fourth game. Here we go. And one of the originals. So I'm an original, and Miguel Santa Cruz. Oh, no, he's not in this one. This one is Miguel Zamora, and he is Happy Endings against America's Fantasy Dreams Jet Hanna. They are not originals. Miguel Zamora actually worked his way up from Division 3 after getting relegated once from Division 2. So, and he had a great year last year in Division 1. He's really had a great year,
That's
but
a low scoring affair.
78-26, 72-60. This was a stinker kind of for D1. Both quarterbacks failed. Hurts 16, 16.30. Lamar Jackson 7-16.
I think that's no preseason games, man. People they
Yeah.
need to get,
Well, I think it's also like being in camp early. Like, there's so many good. The union for the players is so good. Like, I want that union. That union is legit. Like, they get some good stuff now. Austin Eckler did hook up Happy Endings with a 24.40. What's crazy about this matchup to me is not so much what happened because it was horrible matchup. They were both sucked. What's crazy to me is they traded right afterwards. So they must have been talking shit the whole time.
That sounds like a
And
relationship.
then afterwards made up.
Like makeup
French
sex
kiss.
or something?
It was a French kiss.
Okay.
And like
Gross.
basically said, "Hey, let's do this together. Let's make it up together. Let's do it." And I have to say, Jed Hanna, America's fantasy team, is legit, dude. After pulling off this trade, and what he did is he traded away DeAndre Hopkins and David Montgomery for Jamar Chase, and I don't
I think
know.
some drugs were involved.
I mean,
in
who
this
else
trade.
did he get? I mean, who else?
I think Jamar Chase. Is
I can't
pretty
go
good
there. Let's see transactions. Oh boy, I don't have any internet. Okay,
We're gonna have to go to our producer.
we're gonna have to go to our
He's
producer.
gonna
Yeah.
check. But
So,
still, someone works some magic.
oh, you know what I need it to do is get on your guys' Wi-Fi. What is your guys' Wi-Fi?
Oh, Lord, that's a big one. But in that trade,
What?
there was some lube involved.
Did you see it? Well, he got Jamar Chase.
That's all you gotta
America's
say. That's all you gotta say.
America's fantasy team got Jamar Chase, and then Hopkins shows up with an ankle injury. I have to admit.
Someone went back in the future and got the almanac. They got the almanac out of the DeLorean,
Jed
and they're like, hey,
Jed
this guy's
Hanna.
gonna get hurt.
Okay, traded Deion Jackson and Jamar Chase to David Montgomery and DeAndre Hopkins. Okay, I see what happened now. So
it's a good trade.
it's not a bad trade now because he got
He left it
Neon
out there.
Deion. So Neon Deion isn't good. So obviously Jed Hanna wanted Jamar Chase and got him, and that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
So that's a fair trade.
Right.
Forgive me, Miguel. I mean, at first, what is your guys'
Oh, he's working on it.
Is
The funny part is-
CenturyLink?
And it's not even like a cool new password. It's like the one they gave you, where it's every capitalized lowercase letter and number you have to keep changing. So it's
I
fun.
forgot to go to Wi-Fi
Yeah,
at
it's
our podcast place.
Things, life is perfect for its imperfection.
Thank you. Here comes STFU Donnie. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
That's what I told you, dude.
What the fuck? Is
Yeah,
it this
so
one 5G?
Yeah.
All right.
And then good luck with that one. Lowercase, uppercase, lowercase.
Is that
It's all lowercase.
is that
It's
legit?
numbers. Yeah.
Okay. 6E44. Excuse me, podcast. I'm fucking doing this crazy ass password right now. You guys wouldn't believe it. But I see why you have to have it in this place like this. Let's see.
It's very secure in an encrypted environment that we're in.
It's very
It's a
secure.
secure location.
It's
in
a secure
Tucson,
location.
The old
And
Pueblo.
I can't wait to have a guest on this podcast because
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna talk so much shit.
Yeah.
And Tommy and I have so much to talk about besides football, but dude, we'll just leave that for another time
That's
because
a
right now
teaser.
that's just a
Yeah.
teaser.
We're gonna have a second podcast.
All right, let me go ahead and refresh this and see what we get. Oh, we got internet. Okay, let's go to
That's real time.
well, we need this is next week.
That-
Oh,
that's
look who I'm playing.
nice.
Stairway to 7, dude. 2 Steeler fans going at it. All right, we won't talk about that. We'll go with live scoring. And it's still showing that. So what we need to go to is weekly results. And here we go. All right, so where were we at? Right here. This is the one, dude, we were at. We were talking about their trade because they traded.
Yeah.
So David Montgomery and Hopkins for Jamar Chase and Neon Deion, who got minus 1.20. And I see what Jed was doing. Jed,
Here's the thing: you got to be in it for the long run. Immediate results are not the answer sometimes in fantasy football. You got to stick to your guns,
yeah,
and
I
that's
agree.
hard to do sometimes.
That's hard to do. I mean, the trade works for both of them.
It does.
I feel like Jamar Chase was paid for a lot in the draft, so I feel like if we're just looking at it right away, you say American Fantasy Dreams won this trade, right? But if you're looking at it, when I always say what trades is, people always look about, oh, I just got fleeced, or this guy's trying to fleece me. What you need to look at it is what's good for you, and then later on, 4 or 5 weeks down the line, who really won that trade. And that's the truth. Because he did get David Montgomery and DeAndre Hopkins, even though DeAndre Hopkins does have a bad ankle.
Well, and you're not forced to make the trade.
Yeah, exactly.
You made a choice at that point.
Next game. Here we go. This is amazing. Wreckers. Did we talk about enough about this game? I mean, it was a stinker. If we look at like efficiency rating is a 72, which is the second worst. So Jacoby Myers was not started. So who should he have started instead?
But who knew?
I can't.
But no one.
There's no way. There's
said
no way.
Myers was gonna have the
There's
game.
no
he
way.
did.
There's no way.
That should have been Adams.
Yeah, there's no way. So you can't blame him for that.
No.
You can't blame him for that. He, although we will say Americans did have a 91.0 efficiency rating. Wreckers versus Coach. Our second blowout, really, if you look at it, because it's definitely, it's not 30, but it might as well be. So when anything over 30, I like to call it blowout city. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely blowout city. Wreckers got them. These guys are both original Fantasy Dreams Division 1 guys. They are both original Get Off Me guys when we started auction drafting, and there's a rivalry here for sure. And I think when you look at it, if we're just being honest, Wreckers has a better team. Better team. There's just more balance there. And that's to and through. And I know Coach would agree with that. Like there's nothing really that's different. I mean, the quarterback position, the running back position, maybe the wide receiver position, you could say Coach might have him a little bit for sure. But besides that.
Well, and even still, Barkley, no one thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
He could have had a little better.
Yeah. I feel like Wreckers just has a better team right now, and that's pretty much the way it is. And he won, but it's week 1. You never know. Another thing about going to war is, are you going to war with Geno Smith? Last year, he was top 5 quarterback. That is amazing. You can win a league with a top 5 quarterback. We're going to need a big turnaround for him in week 2 for sure. James Cook, he did not start, which, why would he? As other guys did better. You know what I mean? And his wide receivers are better. It was a great start. Did he have 100% efficiency? No. He didn't. Oh, Jordan Addison, that's why. Man, he has a good team on the bench. That's for sure. And you know who doesn't have a good team on the bench is the Wreckers. So the thing is, Coach might have the same, he might have the same type of team as the Wreckers, but you can only start 9.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can only start 9. So that's the way it is.
You got to figure out the formula.
Yeah. Speaking of rivalries, Tacos team and Hookers, they've known each other forever.
Tacos and Hookers go together.
Yeah, they do. They sure do. We love tacos and we love hookers.
Yeah.
And blow. I think that this was a good game. This was not a blowout. But this was a stinker kind of. 80,
blow again.
Yeah, 82-73, only 9. Efficiency rating 99%. So Hookers wasn't winning this game no matter what. Efficiency rating for Tacos was only 76. Herbert, Pollard, Bijan Robinson. I mean, right? Yikes, dude. And
it's gonna be dirty all year.
It's dirty. He has a decent team, dude. And Hookers, who I thought had a horrible draft, and then I looked at his team, wasn't bad at all. It really isn't. People are panicking about Akers. I don't think that's the time to panic yet. Yeah. I just don't think it's time. Brian Robinson, Jamal Williams looked a little iffy in the New Orleans scheme. T. Higgins, Mike Williams, his wide receivers. T. Higgins got him a donut.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well,
I don't even understand.
The Bengals gave a donut. That whole team was a donut.
That was a donut. Yeah, that was one of the worst things I've ever seen. And of course, Tacos had a great game when it comes to Herbert and Pollard, and everybody else did okay. Bijan did all right too. Everyone else did horrible, but that's all you need sometimes.
Bijan, Tucson.
Let's go, Tucson, Bijan.
Dude, he has his own mustard, for real. Bijan Mustardson, not even lying. I know it sounds bullshit. He's got his own. This kid is smart.
Does he have it in Tucson?
It's nationwide.
Where the fuck? Where do I get that?
I mean, we're gonna have to order it. Look at Bijan Mustardson. Look at our producer is pulling it up.
Pull it up.
This guy.
Pull it up,
Let's
Rob.
go. Let's see this Bijan.
Let's see it,
Let's
dude.
see it real time. It's real. Hey, I blow smoke, but that smoke will make you choke, bro, because it's real.
I
It's
know.
real smoke.
I
Look, I don't just
know.
talk to talk. See that Bijan Mustardson?
Holy
What a
shit.
marketing genius.
Dude, he is.
And bringing it for Tucson. You know what's the travesty? Is that the U of A Wildcats didn't even get this guy to play here. He had to go to Texas.
And I hate it.
Me too. But
I
good for
hate
him.
it.
Proud of this kid. Look at that.
Holy.
It's how much is that? $150. Hey, I ain't even buying that. You know
Wait a
why?
minute. Does anybody buy? It's sold out?
Dude, he's rich off his mustard.
It's sold out?
I wish I could have a shirt.
Is he
that
really
said,
selling it
"I'm
for
rich off my
$100?
mustard."
What the
$150.
fuck does this thing have? Gold fucking pellets in it?
I think he might have an ounce of him in there.
What?
So you're not gonna run like him.
Bijan Jus.
Ugh. Let me read the description. Ready? What is this? It says the bottle from my week 1 game against the Carolina Panthers. It has my game stats, the date, and my autograph. It would typically be special anyway, but this one's extra special because it's from my rookie season. And extra more special because it's from my first ever NFL game. What does he mean? Does he like wring out his socks into the
I don't fucking
bottle of
understand,
mustard?
dude.
But it's sold out for $150.
It's sold out.
A bottle?
What I'll say is it's sold out,
And
so
he
good for
makes
him.
$1 million, 2 mustards for 15?
It says sold out, but you can add that shit right to the cart, I noticed.
Well, they're gonna make some more. He's young. He's got more mustard.
Four mustards.
You
Four mustards you can order. 4 mustards for $500.
Bijan Mustardson.
Oh no, it's 3150. What does it say? 3150?
Yeah, 3150.
Oh, I see.
This is just the signature game one.
The one he signed.
Okay, so
But
it's
they're
30.
sold out.
So it's
And it's got
3150.
sweat from his socks in it.
It's $8.
So next tailgate, we're gonna be.
I think obviously his mom is marketing because the only way you're
the
gonna get
mustard story.
Oh, here we fucking go. He's from
Is
Tucson.
that
There
when
ain't
he's
no
born?
mustard.
2002.
He's not born then, is he?
Wow.
Oh my God.
There's a whole. We could have a whole cast.
Hey,
on that.
congratulations,
Good job,
Tacos
Bijan.
team, on
Tacos.
fucking drafting.
We don't
fucking,
put mustard on tacos.
We
by
don't
the
do
way.
that. No, we're
Sorry.
from, dude. We're Sonora, dude. We don't
Yeah,
do that
we don't
shit
put
over
no
here.
mustard
We know
on
how to do
tacos.
tacos too, by the way.
Straight up.
I mean, that's what we do out here, and we don't put mustard. Although
Mhm.
we love Bijan. He's a Tucson guy, so 21 years old,
Making millions.
making millions. He could be my kid. All right.
He looks like it.
Here we go. On the bench, if you look at their bench, these guys are 2 originals.
Ooh, Dalvin Cook, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I
Tyler-
think it's admirable
well-
after 5 years when D1 guys are still in D1 because I think it's hard. So you got to give these guys props.
I
like-
want to say Taco right here. Ready? Bijan and Tyler Algier.
right, and he didn't.
This
he
dude
just
had
started-
a good game. You could play
And
both those guys.
the thing
together,
about it
but he
is,
had
if
a
you
good
look at the detailed results, right? So you can go anytime you want to look at, you go to
Yeah.
live scoring, and then go
I
to
would've
detailed
started
results.
Bijan.
If you go to Tyler Algier and Bijan, right? Is this Tacos team? Yeah.
there's
Where's
Bijan.
Where's Tyler Algier? Right here.
Yeah.
He had 2 rushing TDs. That's 12
Rushing
points,
yards
75
That's what I'm
rushing
saying.
yards.
and 19 receiving.
I mean, that to
He
me.
clearly had more work.
Yeah.
but
Well,
just-
that's
it
the
was almost
thing.
similar. It was very similar.
So what
Because
this
here,
is.
look at Bijan.
So you know how everyone talks about split work? This is the thing that bothers me about split work sometimes. Is you watch Bijan, you can tell he's special, right? But they worked Tyler Algier early in the game in times that you thought they would work Bijan. So there's no there's no type.
Yeah.
There's no third down back. There's no
Yeah.
passing down back. This was their coach straight up splitting shit down the middle. And that to me
It's scary, but
is
they're
super
both,
scary,
but-
dude. It's
but
super
they're,
scary.
at least Algier has proven himself. He can get it done.
Yes.
Last year he did. He got it done. So it's going to be a crapshoot in the next couple of weeks to see how that's going to keep playing out. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Is it a hot hand? Is it a trusted bet? Or you got to go with, the pick that you chose, but
Yes. No,
that's a tough one.
it's a tough one. It's just this really some of these split running back things is really scary, man.
I'm divided.
It's really scary. It's really scary, for sure. I'm divided. Yes, it's really scary.
That was stupid.
No, it wasn't stupid. Tommy, you're never stupid. You're the best. That's why we're gonna host this shit till the end. Sugar is Eli versus Element 115. Both of these are my boys I grew up with. So, and they're also been once again. So, basically, there's 7 D1 guys, original D1 guys left, and 6 of them played against each other. And here we go with Sugar. It's Eli, Element 115.
These guys are no
These
joke.
guys are basically brothers.
Yeah. I faced them.
Yeah, they're basically
Good
brothers.
job.
You know, these guys
Yeah.
don't fuck around.
No
They know how to
joke.
play fantasy for sure. And Element 115 got him 115.34 to 91.86. I think like what we need to know, what we're looking at in D1 is what I've always said is if you get 95 points and above, you have a chance. Anything below that, like you're in danger. Element proved that this time, and it was not with Patrick Mahomes going off. It was with McCaffrey, and it was with Aaron Jones going off. Aaron Jones has an injury possibly for next week. We don't know what's going on, but that's where it came from right there. And
that's not going to be common all the time. Your 2 running backs aren't going to win
there's
you
just
the
no
game.
way. There's just no way. Sugar's Eli had Kirk Cousins and Brees Hall really show up big for him. Debo and Kirk killed him. Didn't get a point. Pitts is the Pitts.
He is.
Who said that earlier? I don't know. It could have been our producer, STFU, on the thread.
He
Maybe.
has not lived up.
Yeah. I mean, copyright.
But
Copyright.
Jason,
STFU.
Ritter, though?
Yeah.
Ritter, though?
Yeah,
Still
and
get
that's
his
part of the
quarterback.
problem. And that's the problem, I think, really, because Pitts, I think, is a real talent, but he is the Pitts right now. Both of them have decent defenses. I will say, Element champion. It's hard to beat them first week, and I know both of these guys wanted it. If you look at the bench, you'll see Alvin Kamara on
He'll
Sugar
be there.
Eli.
He'll be
So you
there.
look at his team, and he
Bright
has Brees
future.
Hall, Kamara, and he also
Yeah.
has Jonathan Taylor on
And
IR.
Judy. Let's go.
He has Jonathan Taylor
Yeah,
on
so
IR.
there's
Eli,
that's not how
obviously.
you start.
No, Sugar is Eli is
you
obviously
finish.
looking to the future. He's going to be tough. The bench for Element isn't as strong,
Doesn't need
but
to
the
be.
starting lineup
Yeah.
is where it's at right now. And the thing about what's great about Josh is he's a 2-time champion, and
He looks good in that chain. Too.
yeah,
You
dude.
guys look good.
Yeah, dude,
I
that's
saw
what we
that
do. We get
picture.
chains, we get rings.
I wouldn't know about that.
That's what he does. That's what he does for sure. That closes out the review for D1. Congratulations to Team Easy Money. Congratulations, Team Easy Money. Bonus $50. Congratulations to all the 1-0s. 0-1s. You guys,
So it's next week.
it's not your first barbecue, so obviously no one's panicking. We have not had any trades except for America's Fantasy Team and Happy Endings, who played against each other. We haven't had much going on. This is a huge Fab week. And Tommy, I'm going to ask you, and I can help you out if you need it, but I want to ask you, what do you think is the biggest free agents coming into our Fab at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning?
Ooh. Well, so the difficult part for me being way down where I'm at is I don't know who's available.
Right.
I don't know
Right.
who's out there.
Yeah.
So that is a
Here we go.
It's a tough question.
Let me show you
One,
top
let
ads.
me
Here we
take
go.
a glance.
So, for instance, in D1,
I'll-
Justice Hill.
I will. So thank you. So I was gonna say the Ravens. Well, so the Ravens is an interesting thing because they're already cursed again.
J.K.
You know,
Dobbins,
so-
I had him. Thanks, J.K. I'm going to
Yeah.
have to wait another 2 years before I draft you.
Is it Hill or is it Gus? Who the hell knows?
I don't know, but can we just,
That's
every
a
time
tough
someone
one.
pops an Achilles, can we just go pop? Is there a pop producer we got? Is there anything
There
we got
is.
for a pop?
Oh, pop goes the weasel because the weasel goes pop. Third
Oh
base,
my
dude.
God.
When they made fun of
Oh
Vanilla
my
Ice,
god, dude!
let's go.
Oh my god!
Pop goes the
And if you
weasel,
don't know what that
goes the
is,
weasel, goes the-
if you don't know what that
third
is, then you're super young and whatever.
base, yeah,
Whatever.
Wear a diaper.
I don't want to be too.
So there's that with the Baltimore Ravens running back situation, right? But as our astute producer because I looked into this guy. This is fun to say. Puka Nakua is
Puka.
Puka shells.
Puka?
I'm wearing them right now. I'm
Yeah.
not, but
I will. Yeah. go
that's
ahead.
but so there's some players out there, but there's the hard part. And Joshua Kelly that I'm seeing. Okay.
Yeah. Kyron.
So- Yeah, but he had the same almost output. He was really good with Eckler.
There was a little
That's
split.
not going to happen every day. You
No.
know what I mean? But
No.
here we go. Injury. You never know, right? So
Yeah.
handcuffing. But I don't know. Tyler Algiers out there?
No, I don't know. He's not. He's at Taco
That
Team.
is
See,
okay.
Taco Team.
I
See,
can't
D1, yeah.
read. So
No, you're good.
fine.
We
Wait.
got Gus
So these are
Edwards.
most added
Gus Edwards
players.
and Justin Hill for Ravens. Who would you rather have, Justin Hill or Gus Edwards? Honestly.
I was looking at this personally. I just like the name Justin Hill.
Justice?
Justice. Did I say Justin?
Yeah, it's all good.
He did too.
I said Justice. Justice.
Ooh, a producer.
No. I
Hey,
said
but you know what it
Justice.
is?
We can look back on
It's a
this because we can
compliment.
always go back and edit, but I'll tell you right now.
You know what?
I might have said
You know,
Justice. I think I
you
said
did.
Justice.
Yeah. Nah,
Justice.
but you know what's cool?
I know it's
Is-
Justice.
What is the term? Is
It's
when you
KBS
copy
fucking
somebody?
stouts is what we're drinking is the term.
That's
Um,
true. What is it? Imitation is the strongest form of flattery.
Aw.
I'm just trying to intimidate.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
It is.
All right,
okay.
so Kyron Williams, Cam Akers. So Kyron Williams is a big ad this week in all of the commercial mainstream media fantasy football outlets. And Fantasy Dreams, which we have our own website. How do you feel about Kyron Williams being added in a fab format?
I like it.
Yeah.
I do like it. No, well, because here's the thing. Akers can't
Producer
be
says
trusted.
spend it all.
Yeah, no,
I
I
don't
think he's
know.
a grab. He's he's at least not injured.
Yeah.
And Akers has been not too green.
I
If you
agree
get
with
what I
that.
mean.
I agree with that.
That means we're old. You know, Green
We are
Acres.
fucking old, by the way.
I love Green Acres. It's the place to be.
Anyways, so Justice Hill, Puka, Kendrick Bourne,
Justin Hill.
Kyron, Justice Hill,
I said
Puka, Kendrick Bourne, Kyron, Joshua Kelly,
I like Kieran Japanese beer.
Rashid Shaheed. Oh no, Josh already has him. Element, Gus Edwards, Hunter Henry, Hayden Hurst, Mac Jones.
Ooh, Hayden Hurst.
I mean, I don't.
Because he's, here's the thing. Rookie quarterback.
I'm just look.
Rookie
I
quarterback.
don't know when this thing's gonna upload and when I can send it to you guys. So it might already be past 2 a.m. What I'm saying
I think
is,
it's already 4.
this is what I'm saying, and I should never say this because this is the D1 podcast. I should say this on D2 and D3
He's on
podcast.
steroids.
But I feel like, is there anybody there to waste your wad?
No.
Is there anybody there to straight up splatter?
No.
You know what I mean? Like I don't see anything
If you're
like
gonna
that.
catch something, is there anybody
Yeah.
worth that you're gonna catch something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The best porn movie I ever seen in my life, and this was a long. I'm not a big porn
Wet
guy.
Wayne drop?
Is this dude was getting a blowjob next to another dude, and
Wow.
he was like cheering his buddy on, and all he said was, "Soaker, dude, soaker." And I swear to God, I was like, it's officially the best fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And this is what I'm going to say about this is, I don't see any soaker dude pics, is what I'm saying, dudes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, neither. Usually not ever, but hey. You're gonna soak them. None of these guys.
But I don't even know
I'm
why
with
I
you.
brought that up.
No,
but
I
it
love
just,
it.
I just saw it and I
I'm
was
not-
like, I don't
none
see
of
any.
them are
Let's
soakers.
soaker, dude,
Nah.
soaker, and that's exactly the way he
I'm
said
not
it.
wasting my fab on that. I'm telling you right
No, there is guys that need to be picked up, obviously. I'm just saying, are you gonna soak her? You know what I mean?
now. No,
I don't think so.
not now.
There's no way.
Not after you said
There's
it like
no way.
that.
It's not even a good one. All right. D1, we love you. Thank you, Tommy, for joining me.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I talked the whole time. You didn't get anything in, but
No, I did. Well,
I mean-
your voice is,
yeah, it's all out there. I know. Hey, Robert Llewellyn, thank you for producing this.
my
Hey,
hands were never
D1,
above the table.
D1, let's get this, boys. Fantasy Dreams 2023. Let's go.
Let's go.